This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Mike was a stock boy at the local supermarket. It wasn't a bad job, as far as jobs go, but it was pretty boring. Loading groceries onto the shelves and sweeping the floors. Sometimes he'd help the checkout girls bag groceries. Not all the checkout girls, just the hot ones. Anyhow, one day Mike was stocking the shelves, following that old stock boy's rule of thumb of putting the fresh stuff at the back and the oldie moldies up front when he was called to the checkout. One of the customers needed help carrying the groceries. This particular customer turned out to be a granny, and she had a ton of bags with her. Things were starting to look up. You see, another of the stock boys' rules of thumb was that the value of the tip is directly proportional to the number of bags to be carried. Mike picked up the old granny's bags and carried them out to the parking lot. That's when Granny confessed that she didn't have a car and asked if he wouldn't mind carrying the bags back to her place. "It's just around the corner," she said. It didn't take an Einstein to figure out that the old lady'd probably be so grateful she'd give him a really humongous tip. So Mike said, "Sure." So they started walking. That's when Mike realized that just around the corner was kind of an understatement. This granny lived at least a mile from the store and uphill all the way, through a strange, gingerbready kind of neighborhood. The whole place was like Granny City. "Not too heavy for you, is it, Sonny?" asked Granny. Mike, drenched with sweat, grunted and shook his head no. "Mind the eggs, dear," she said. They finally got to her house. Mike dragged the bags up the front steps. He put the bags on the kitchen table and then collapsed into a chair. He was totally wiped. That's when Granny said, "You've been so kind. Let me get you something for your time and trouble. I'll be right back." This is what he'd been waiting for. As the old lady scurried into the back room, she called out, "You must be hungry. Why don't you fix yourself a snack? There's lots to eat in the pantry." Mike was starving now that she'd mentioned it. He got up and opened the pantry doors. It was dark and musty, filled with jars of things like jellied calf's livers and pig's knuckles. What other weird stuff would he find? Something gross, maybe? He knew he should stop looking, but he couldn't help himself. He was hungry. He opened a cupboard door and it rolled out at him. He was scared, but he caught it. It was nothing weird at all. It was just a small jar of mixed nuts. He popped some of the nuts into his mouth. They were pretty good. Could have used some salt, but not too bad otherwise. They'd hold him till he found some real food. But there was nothing. Just jar after jar, shelf after shelf of yucky stuff like porpoise parts and monkey meat. Mike was getting the dry heaves just from looking at it. He decided to stick with the nuts, thank you very much. At least he knew nuts were safe. And before he knew it, he'd finished off the jar. Finally, Granny came back into the kitchen. "Here you go, dearie, something for your trouble." And she held out 15 cents. Mike took the money. "Gee, thanks, lady." Yeesh. All that work for nothing. But, on the bright side, he'd got a free snack out of it. "Oh, by the way," he said, "you had some mixed nuts in the cupboard? Sorry, I couldn't stop myself and I kinda ate them all." "Oh, that's all right, Sonny," Granny said with a kindly smile. "With the state of my teeth, all I can do is suck the chocolate off them anyway." Hey, it's a true story. Happened to a friend of mine. Yeah, Mike's still working at the supermarket, but he's added a new rule to the stock boys' rules of thumb. Never eat on the job.